Hello everybody, thank you and welcome to the show. Today we'll be talking to Tom Smierczynski, Area Director and founder of Walking Tall. Welcome to the show, Tom.
Well, thank you. Thank you for inviting us.
Okay, I'm glad you came to share with us today. I hear you're doing great things for the youth in the community. Before we get started on what Walking Tall is, could you tell us a little bit about you and who you are?
Well, who I am, I guess I'm a transplant to Oregon, Southern Oregon, at 13 years old from LA area, and went to school at Crater High School. And it just was a blessed life that I had here. I have great parents, and they taught me wise and good decisions.
And what kind of things did you do since you've been here since you were in high school? What did you come up doing and what kept you here?
Well, I worked in a grocery store, and I felt that was not what I needed to do in my life, so I went into construction, traveled quite a bit, got married to a lovely wife, my wife, and that was the beginning. And then I was always working on cars. My dad was in the grocery business too, and I bought a '56 Chevy at first, and it was a pretty pile of junk, let's put it that way. Mm-hmm. And we, between my dad and I, we got it running, and it was just the start. So mm-hmm. When I was 17, I started my own shop, and it hasn't stopped since.
And that's been your passion for a while?
Very passion.
Okay, so Walking Tall is a youth mentorship program. How did you get that started? How did that come about?
Well, one evening we were going to a Bible study, and we were sitting around the table and with a bunch of men, and it was a men's Bible study, and I was very troubled on what was happening in the Rogue Valley on the youth, and especially the teen young men. And I call them teen young men because I try to give them respect, for they can give other people respect. And we talked about it, and we got the eraser board out and started getting ideas on what to do and how to do it to try to better these youths, because there's just so many youths right now that are troubled right now, because I mean, single family, mothers trying to raise a teen boy, that's hard for the mothers right now. And there's not as many opportunities as I had when I was, as a young man. So this is what we're trying to accomplish here, is try to give them a better life, and try to show them skills, show them by mentorship.
Okay, I know that you were telling me that there's a group of men that do this that are professionals in different areas. So can you tell us a little bit about who they are and how you guys decided, okay, although we're from different places, we can put the things that we have together to help the youth out in the community?
Yeah, like I said, we start a mentorship that can just show these young men the right way to walk, and not just sit across the table telling them what to do and what not to do. Show them by our example on how we walk, and we have men from police departments to automotive background, accountants. We have a handful of teachers, but there's quite a few men that do help us with this, and they're all they all have passion for Jesus Christ that will get us where we need to be.
Okay, so it's a community project that different parts of the community are all coming together to help accomplish this and
definitely
make this work out. Okay, there's some projects that you're doing right now or that you've been involved in. Could you tell us a little bit about some of those?
Well, I guess a lot of the projects we do is going to be from the '67 Ford pickup that we're doing right now. And we started from scratch, and we tore that vehicle down to bare frame, and now we're starting to build it back up. So we have the frame together now, and the motor's coming together, and we got to do all the body work on the body itself. And we're teaching these young men how to do it, and give them skills, give them life skills for the future. They might not use them as their profession, but they're always going to have those life skills.
Okay, we got a small video clip. audio clip, automotive clip, and we're going to show that right now. Can you show the automotive clip, 80, number 1?
All right, you guys ready to pick it off? Let's go.
Okay, so real quick, guys, when we pick it up, we got to go back and then over, okay? So we ready? Okay, clear.
The body off the chassis itself, and taking the bed off the chassis. So, and what it is, you'll see young men working right along with the guides, helping them.
Helping them to work as a team and show respect and get the job done.
Definitely.
We've got some still pictures, number 5, in the automotive. Let's take a look at that one. Tell us a little bit about what's going on there.
Well, this is our basic automotive. We're showing brakes basically on that, and this is one of the guides showing one of the young men how brakes work, and they're just doing disc brake job, and that's what this picture's all about.
Okay, can we see number 6?
And number 6 here is showing the basic on how to jump start a vehicle, and the jump starting correctly, and the battery jump starting it. So, and you can see the young men, they're very interested in this because it happens quite often to them.
Okay, and there's a number 21 in the automotive that you show different skills on how to do things. And
yeah, and this is showing we're welding on the actual chassis for that 67 Ford pickup. And so they're just, and this is just a basic beginning class. That's all it is just to get their attention on what they can do and what they can't do. And it was harder skill than they thought it was going to be in learning how to weld.
Okay, number 7, please.
And this is just showing the drum brakes on the rear of this pickup to the young men, and a lot of these young men never had the time or the ability to do this, to see this.
Okay, so you take them all the way around and show them the complete project.
That's a fact,
Okay.
yes.
And number 9.
Yeah, they learned how to do oil changes. They learned how to do oil changes on pickups to tractors to, we did a lot of different types of vehicles, so they got a little broad range of what to do on oil changes.
Okay, I know this is a lot of work and a lot of time, and how do you get supported for this?
Well, how we get supported is by you and by people in the valley, and we've been blessed on how people have come and helped us.
Okay, so the community is able to participate or support your projects?
Yes.
Okay.
What it is a lot is there's the community, meaning some of the industry out there, like the automotive industry, they want to see this because they don't see the qualified people coming to change tires or to change oil and anything on the automotive end of it, and carpentry too.
On the projects that you're doing now and what you have planned for the future, if somebody wanted to get in touch with you, what kind of things would you be looking for to carry out these projects?
Well, I think to just be, just come and help. I mean, it doesn't, you don't have to be any skills, but you just have to have a heart for these young men.
Okay. I know that you do some outdoor type events. Can you tell us a little bit about what those are?
Well, on our facilities that we're at right now, we're on 18 acres, so we can do disc golf out there. We have a 9-hole disc golf out there. They can do paintball out there, and they love doing paintball. And we have archery range out there, so we do that outside. Every year we take a group of young men fishing up at Fish Lake, and they just love doing that.
Okay, I know that we met at the Medford Cruise, and we've got some stills of that, so we're going to show a couple of those. number 18, and you can tell us a little bit about what that is.
Well, 18 is, it was a donation from a gentleman in the Rogue Valley here. It was a 65 Mustang, and the project, we're just starting here. We just received it last Wednesday, so now we're just starting on this project. And this is one of the teen young men that are involved with Walking Tall.
Okay, can you show us 20?
And this is 3 of the young men. They always want to get underneath the hood and figure out how to fix it. So this is the same picture, or the same vehicle, the Mustang, with 3 of the young men.
Okay, I saw a really special car out there. Will you bring up 19 for us, please? What's going on in that picture?
Well, the car on the right is a Cobra kit car. And what it is a project for the teen young men. And we had a young man that went off to Southern Oregon College in engineering, and he came back last year and he designed the chassis for us for this. And you can see in the background the actual scale or the model of what it would be like when we do make it. And but the young men now can see it; they can see it on paper, and so it's just one of the other projects.
Okay, you've got some bigger projects that you do. We've got a little video clip, a bus clip. Can you run that clip for us, please?
School bus.
What kind of bus?
Walking Tall school bus. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. WT machine is what I call it.
What kind of machine?
The WT machine is what I call it.
WT machine? What does it stand for? Walking Tall? WT, yeah, that's good.
Okay, tell us a little bit about what you're doing with the bus and how it's involving everybody.
Well, what we're doing, it's a 62 International bus. The back end is a Wayne's bus, so it was made in the 50s, more likely. It's all round, and the teen young men just love this project. And what we're going to do is modernize it, so we'll put new modern brakes and new modern engine in it, and get away from all the old stuff, because we want to use this bus to travel to events, and if we need to go work on something, we can put the materials or the tools inside and go into the event. And we're going to try to make it where we can sit 20 guys, so now we can travel around and just enjoy it. But these young men, it's one of their favorite jobs that they really want to do right now.
It's real exciting what you're doing. I know that a lot of youth, once they know that you're there, are going to want to be involved or find out how they can participate. Can you tell us a little bit about how you go about deciding that, and how you and where you're at with that?
Well, what we work with is teen young men that are freshmen to seniors, and we allow some of the 8th graders in. It just depends on their maturity. And right now we don't have that many seniors in the program, so the maturity isn't as bad. But when we get a lot of seniors, it's hard to have a bunch of 8th graders in the program. But you know, it all depends, because there's a lot of young men that come from homeschool, and it seems like lately the homeschool teen young men are maturing quicker than the young men that are coming from the public schools.
Okay, so, and are those the ones that how are they introduced to you?
Usually word of mouth.
Okay, so people just know who you are and they'll tell you about it, and you'll decide, okay, let's maybe this guy will be good working in our program, and that's how they get into the program?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. As far as where you want this program to go from here, I know it's local, and you're the founder of that, but I'm sure you have some more plans for it. Can you tell us a little about your vision for the future?
Well, the future, let me go back to what happened last year.
Okay.
Last year, Youth for Christ came to us, and they wanted us to merge with them. Walking Tall merged with Youth for Christ, and it was just a great merge, because we had all the men and women get together in Walking Tall, and we all decided this was something we needed to do. because it gives us the opportunity to go across the United States, across the world. It just opens the platform up for Walking Tall. And you know, Youth for Christ, they give authentic relationships with great adults. And one thing it does do, it gives us hope in Jesus. And it just opens up the world. And then on top of that, Youth for Christ, they're across this valley right now. They have 5 youth centers. They work with juvenile detention, the young kids there, and they have a mentoring program for teen young men or teen young women. And it just what a great merge for us.
Youth for Christ's been around a while. I have some people that I know that are in California and other parts of the country who are involved in Youth for Christ.
Yes.
So it sounds like it's a good thing for you. As you branch out in the valley, are you like setting a model that can be copied in other places that's going to move out from this area, or is it just going out? How are you getting it out so other people can do what you're doing here in other places?
Well, all they got to do is call us.
So just
Or write
give you a
us an
call
email
and
and-
you'll let them know
Well,
how to get it started.
Yes.
Okay, great. We're gonna slow down right here. We got a few minutes left, so I'm just gonna take a break here. So I want to thank everybody for being here right now, and thank the crew. The people in the back, thank you for your time, and we're gonna cut right here, and we'll be back with you.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.